Hello gainers, Ralphie here with some fitter philosophy. Sharing some of the things I've learnt in life with you so that you can learn things in life a little more quickly and from perspectives beyond your own, and also beyond the limitations that are imposed upon us all by a manipulative culture and society in which we live. It's true. So here I am in the beautiful countryside of the Isle of Man. It's a delightful place. It is, you're right. It's a bit like the Shire in Hobbiton. And a little bit overcast today, but no worries. The thing about clouds is they make us appreciate the sunshine even more when it reappears. The topic of my conversation today is teaching ourselves how to learn. Very important, because I used two strong words in my last video, very loaded words, and deliberately so. I used the word quackademic. Now, quack usually refers to a charlatan doctor, someone who professes to be a well-intentioned professional, but in fact they are operating under false pretences and not for the benefit of the person they claim to be helping. That's quackery. We're surrounded by quackery. It's part of the human condition, and that is why we have to identify it. And importantly, once we've identified it, how it affects us personally and inhibits our life. Quackademics are usually attached to quackademia. Quackademia are the institutions that endorse, support, finance, develop and educate the quacks. It's not just in medicine, it's in all walks of life, but most recently the internet has been very successfully exposing the quackademic nature of some people involved in archaeology. Not just the misinformation, the disinformation, but the complete fictional lies which are being perpetuated by people who have status in many societies as being factual, and they distort our perception of reality. This in turn weakens us. We need to be wary of it. We need to be able to defend against it, and this is where our own education is so important, because when we're young enough, and still very young, we are all sent to schools. This is our first experience of quackademia. We are told, because we're children and we're simple and gullible and we believe adults, why not? You know, as a child you have no choice. We are taught that we're going to go to school to learn. And to a certain extent it's true, but that's where you find the biggest lie, masqueraded and enveloped in truth. And we do go to school, and we do learn. Some of us have academic ability and are smart. There's various kinds of smartness. Some people can be smart stupid, some people can be stupid smart, some people can be smart in just absorbing information without understanding it, and other people can be really smart in being instinctive and responsive and connecting well with humans. It's not just one definition. But we go to school and we're taught the basics to make us wealth generating functionaries in the society in which we are attached. We are taught to read, to write legibly. We are taught arithmetic. We are taught some basic mathematics. And if we show any sort of ability, we may be encouraged to learn a second or even a third language. Very early on, the system segregates and separates the smarter ones from the thicker ones, and tells everybody that everybody's an achiever, but then never follows up by allowing the people who are less academic to understand their true worth in society and what they can offer. This holds many people back because they think that the definition of success is academic achievement and passing exams. This is wrong. And I'm talking from experience here. When I was at school, we had a teacher, not a very nice teacher, but she was honest with us. To her credit, she was honest with us. She said, you may as well just draw pictures, and you might as well just read a few little books, because when you leave school, you'll either be working in factories or you'll be working in shops. And by and large, she was right. Now, real life doesn't quite work that way, but she did have a point. Most of the folk in the school I went to were being groomed by society to be working functionaries, to just basically do menial jobs, plumbing, electrical work, if they had any gift for it. You know, menial but important jobs, seriously important jobs. You'll find that every single time a street sweeper is actually of more value to society than, and I'd say, an administrator in an office in local government. But I digress slightly. So this is our first taste of quackademia, is schooling. We can't get our bearings because we're too young to understand. But when we grow up, thanks to the age of the internet, we can share our journey to enhance other people's journey. And I always make the opportunity when I'm speaking to young people to ask them about themselves. What do you want to do? What do you want to get out of life? What's your ambitions? Because it doesn't matter about your qualifications and the paper certificates you got and, you know, how big's the house you live in. The most productive, important people in the societies we live in are the ones who have that spark of motivation to be original, to be creative and understand the skills they've got, and to go about acquiring those skills to be useful, genuinely useful. Now, whether that be fixing plumbing, which is very important, is vital, or whether it happens to be astronomy and understanding fusing quantum physics with outer space, great. Everybody has a use if they're useful. Unfortunately, one of the downsides of quackademia is that it programs too many people too convincingly to think too little of themselves and expect too little of life. And this is why we have to be much more careful and confident in how we develop and move on through time, because the purpose of life, what is the purpose of life? It's not complicated, gainers. There's a very simple answer to the big question, what is the purpose of life? And it's self-evident. The purpose of life is to experience life. There you go. Now you know. That'll do for the moment. What a lovely walk. These country roads are delightful. And the sun will be out later. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, if you've not subscribed, please do. Click the bell to be notified if you've got one in your prompt. And thank you for watching. I'll be back shortly with another vlog, continuing this theme. See ya.